So applied jobs for 30 times, got rejected.
My advice to the young people, 25 years old, make enough mistakes. Don't worry. You fall, you stand up. You fall, you stand up. Enjoy it. 25 years old, enjoy the show, enjoy the show.
What would you do if you were handed with rejection after rejection? Would you quit and try your hand at something else, or would you push through and persevere? This is Fraud Explained. To enjoy more videos, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell, or else I'll be looking into you too. Getting hit with multiple rejections for things you really wanted would definitely hurt a whole lot. It could bring down your self-confidence and make you question your abilities. Some people, when faced with challenges, would just give up. However, that just wasn't the case with Jack Ma. You probably already know who Jack Ma is. After all, he is one of the richest men in the world. But do you know how he came to be who we know him as today? The beginning of Jack Ma's story wasn't all shiny or happy. His is a true rags to riches story. He was born in Hangzhou during the rise of communist China, and his parents worked as traditional storytellers. They did not even make enough to be considered middle class during those days. When former US President Richard Nixon visited Jack Ma's hometown, it improved the tourism situation greatly, and Jack took this opportunity to learn and get better with speaking English. He gave English tours to foreigners in order to practice. He then graduated with a bachelor's degree in English and worked as an English teacher at the Hangzhou Dianzi University. At the time, he was only earning a mere $12 a month. However, Jack Ma had a dream. When the internet was invented, he immediately studied it and decided to focus his work building up a company that used the internet. He wanted to make it big in the world of e-commerce, and so he persuaded 17 of his dearest friends to start up Alibaba. He fought, struggled, and persevered to achieve his dream, and he was rewarded well for his efforts. Now Jack Ma is worth billions of dollars. As of April 2020, he is the second richest man in China, with a net worth of roughly $42 billion. He's also considered by Forbes as one of the most powerful people in the world. His company, Alibaba, is one of the world's leading e-commerce companies and is consistently growing and expanding to cater to the needs of every customer worldwide. Amazing, right? Men like Jack Ma are an inspiration to the rest of us to keep moving forward. Here are 10 of his most inspirational words of wisdom to motivate you and keep you moving towards your goals. Watch until the end to learn what kept him going all these years. Number 1. Don't discount the underdog. Help young people. Help small guys, because small guys will be big. Young people will have the seeds you bury in their minds, and when they grow up, they will change the world. Once upon a time, Jack Ma was the underdog. However, he had a dream to make it big in the world of e-commerce, so he got people to invest in his company. Of course, not everyone gets instant success. Sometimes you have to work your way up from the bottom, and that's exactly what Jack Ma did. Thanks to the support and trust of those who invested in Jack Ma's idea, Alibaba grew to be the company we know it as today. Also, don't discount the underdog, especially if that underdog turns out to be you. Trust in your own skill and ability and do the best that you can to rise up. Number 2, take your time. We should never finish a 20-year program in 2 years. Jack Ma is no stranger to success taking a long time to happen. He was able to start up his company at the age of 31 and got his very own computer at the age of 33. It took a little bit of time for him to be able to get Alibaba up and running, but once he did, it became virtually unstoppable. Number 3, never give up. If you don't give up, you still have a chance. Giving up is the greatest failure. Jack Ma never gave up. All throughout his life, he was handed rejection after rejection. He failed his primary school exams twice, his middle school exams thrice, and his university entrance exams thrice. He was even rejected by Harvard all 10 times that he applied to the school. During and after his bachelor's degree, Jack also tried to land a job at many different places. He spent 3 years trying to get into a university. He was rejected for roughly 30 of the jobs that he applied for. In one of his interviews, he remembers a time he applied to work for KFC. When KFC came to China, 24 people went for the job. 23 people were accepted. I was the only guy who wasn't. He was also one of the 5 applicants for a job in the police force and was the only one who got rejected after being told, "No, you're no good." However, in spite of all these rejections, Jack Ma did not give up. If he gave up, e-commerce would not be the way we know it today. His hard work and perseverance shaped his company, and he's been able to influence and improve the lives of millions of people all over the world. Number 4. Money isn't everything. Today, making money is very simple, but making sustainable money while being responsible to society and improving the world is very difficult. Having money sure is pretty great. However, Jack Ma says that what you do to make your money must have purpose. In his desire to make the world a better place, Jack Ma set up the Jack Ma Foundation when he began to earn big. The Jack Ma Foundation is a philanthropic organization geared towards improving education and the environment, among other things. Number 5. Be as original as you can be. You should learn from your competitor, but never copy. Copy and you die. Jack Ma strived to build the Alibaba brand. He learned from his competitors and looked to hire the best people to help him establish Alibaba. He also decided to branch out into other industries and created his own distinct brands that are almost as successful as his e-commerce platform. Jack Ma served as the chairman of the Alibaba Group, which is a holding company with 9 major subsidiaries, each one doing very well in their respective fields. Number 6. Strive to give the best that you can. Never ever compete on prices. Instead, compete on services and innovation. Again, making money is great. However, you need to make sure you're doing more to improve day by day. It's not always all about profit. When Jack Ma was able to get Alibaba.com up and running, he branched out to the other companies in order to have a wider and more balanced reach. The Alibaba team is constantly looking for ways to develop and innovate ways to make their services better, which sets them apart from a lot of other companies around the world. Since 2003, the Alibaba Group has been expanding and tapping into other industries in order to see how they could improve them and serve people better. Number 7. Patience is a virtue. The very important thing you should have is patience. One of the most important things to have when you strive for your dreams is patience. You need to have the patience to be able to endure all of the things that get hurled at you, both good and bad. You also need to have the patience to wait however long it takes for you to reach your dreams. There will be long hours, early mornings, and late nights. But if you keep pushing forward, you will reap the rewards of your efforts. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. Number 8. Learn from mistakes. Instead of learning from other people's success, learn from their mistakes. Most of the people who fail share common reasons to fail, whereas success can be attributed to various different kinds of reasons. Number 9. Try. Don't be afraid of failure. If you've never tried, how will you ever know if there's any chance? It takes guts to aim for success. Jack Ma was not sure of how successful he would be when he first decided to start Alibaba.com. The internet and computers weren't very popular in China back then, and that prompted Jack Ma to set up his company. Jack Ma himself didn't even know much about how to use a computer. He did not know how to code or configure data, but he still decided to pursue the opportunity when it showed up at his door. Now he is the owner of one of the largest companies in the world. Number 10. Actions speak louder than words. The world will not remember what you say, but it will not forget what you've done. Jack Ma will certainly never be forgotten for his contributions to both the economy and society. Not only was he able to launch one of the most successful businesses in history, but he also used his wealth, power, and status to help those in need. During the coronavirus pandemic, the Jack Ma Foundation announced its intention to donate a total of 500,000 testing kits and 1 million masks to countries all over the world. For Africa, Jack Ma announced the foundation's donation of 1.1 million tests, 6 million masks, and 60,000 protective suits to all African countries to combat the pandemic. He was able to send aid to over 150 countries worldwide, with BBC heralding his efforts to combat the pandemic and support other nations as unrivaled. His entire run as a businessman has been fueled by his passion to make the world a better place and help others, and he has certainly succeeded in doing so. In 2018, Jack Ma had even stepped down as CEO of the Alibaba Group to focus on doing educational work, championing environmental causes, and pursuing philanthropy. How about you? Which of Jack Ma's quotes do you like the best? What will you do to seize the opportunities given to you and reach for your dreams? Let's talk about it in the comments section down below, and we'll respond to all of your comments within the first hour. If you enjoyed this video, check out our other video on top 10 motivational tips from Bill Gates, to learn about how Bill Gates started out, how he reached his success, and what drives him to get up every morning. Stay tuned and stay educated.